stand by for the Steinbauer treatment on Jay's 19-plater Transit Custom. Welcome to MJ Performance. Right, guys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a returning customer of ours, very good customer of ours. They've got quite a few vehicles, cars, vans, as you can see. That's what he does for a living. I don't need to explain that. You can see that with your own eyes. 19-plater Transit. He's not had it very long actually, so he's always had Transits. So we're going to be carrying out a full annual service on it, as you can see down there, using all 4 genuine parts, and also we're going to be putting a Steinbauer power module on it, which also you can see down there. Look. All right, so look, you know, if you've been following the channel with regards to the Steinbauer power modules, that's what we fit. We've done loads of them on the Transit. Doesn't have to be a 2-litre Euro 6 Transit. This is, but it can be, you know, the other 2.2s that the Steinbauer is available for them. Different Transit applications, but this one today is the same as our van basically, with the you know, the PS on it, which is 168, I think it is, something like that. Some of them are 185, but this is the 168 one. So yeah, it makes a hell of a difference. 20% more power and torque, and yeah, it's really, really good. Doesn't interfere with the ECU at all. It's a separate power module. It is plug and play, but you've got to get to the injectors, and you know, there's a connection on the throttle pedal, and you've but it's not too bad to do, right? Once you've done a few, it's quite, you know, quite straightforward-ish for me. But yes, we're going to do that. That'll please him. It's an auto as well, this one. So you know, with the Steinbauer, it's not all about. It's not like on the Revo side of things, where on the car side of it, where it's all about, you know, the performance side of it and how fast you can go and all that sort of thing. This is more about the way it delivers the power and the torque for a van, you know. So if he's towing, which he does, you know, it just gives him that. It doesn't have to be. It's not working so hard, is it? Because he's not having to use the throttle so much and in the rev so much. So it's really, really good. All right. Revo don't do anything. Before viewers might ask, oh, how come we don't do Revo? Revo don't do anything for the application for Transits or any sort of like diesel. Ford Ranger, yes, for the that side of it, but more on the VAG stuff, yeah, of course. So if you've got I know we're talking about Transit, but if you have got you know, a VW transporter van or that side of it, then yes, we can do Revo side of it on that. So that's something to bear in mind. But anyway, so what we need to do now is that's that little bit over and out of the way. So I'll start cracking on it now, and then we'll just continue it as normal as we go through. I'll just explain to you what I'm doing. So yeah, see you in a minute. Right, you join us around the front of the Transit Custom. So I've done most of it, the stripping off and getting to the injectors. But as you can see, look, so if you ever look down there, look, Laura, the white cable, for those of you who've asking about that, that's the, you know, the pickup sensor wire, you know, for the pedal, basically. All right, signal wire, whatever you want to call it. So basically, what we do is that'll be tagged nice and neat along the bulkhead, along this bar, and then it'll go in through that little rubber grommet here. We'll punch a hole in that, and then it'll drop down, and then we'll tag it in nice and neat. And then there's a harness for the pedal, which, let me go and grab it. Look, will you stay there, Laura? I'm back. Right, so this is the Steinbauer power module. 4 screws underneath. There's a potentiometer inside there, but we need to take that back plate off anyway. We don't touch the potentiometer. On my van, a bit different. Yeah, so I've messed around with it, and we've like, only because it runs the meth and all that sort of stuff. So we've adjusted that. But so basically that will sit on there. That'll be Velcroed on the top. They come blank to us. All others have got a Steinbauer embossed casing. We don't have that. So we put our own Power by MJ Performance on it. So anyway, so that's that one there, which we'll put down somewhere safe so it doesn't get damaged. It's over there. This is a signal wire for the pedal. So basically it's a go-between, like the injectors, like the boost pressure sensor. So disconnected from the pedal, the one from the loom goes onto the pedal, that one goes into the original one from the van. There's your white signal wire, which attaches to that white signal wire, just goes through the grommet, tidy it up, job done. All right, so that's what that's for, basically. But we'll show you all that when I get around to doing it. So like I said, so on here, that lower, you come in, so you've got to get to it. So basically you've got to take off, I'll just take off, you know, I mean, this is still like loose enough to take that right off, just so you can get access, that's all. So that foamy sound deadening cover, that needs to come off. Obviously the airbox and all that sort of stuff, but that'll all be put back on. Some pipe work. Just take off only what you need to, but you don't want to be leaving stuff on where you're struggling to get to stuff, because then it's just makes the job harder and you just get frustrated. So yeah, so they're all on there. So basically it's a go-between, isn't it? So you disconnect the injectors from the, you know, the main feed from the van, from the original engine loom, from the injectors, and then the connectors, the OE, it's all OE, everything's all original connectors. There's none of this, you know, messing around. That's what you're paying for. And then the connectors from the loom, from the Steinbauer loom, go onto the injectors, and then the original ones plug into the opposite female, male, whatever they are, into the Steinbauer. So it's just a go-between, basically. So then the Steinbauer power module is then taking control, and that's telling the injectors what to do, not the van. All right, well, it still is, but it's going through the Steinbauer box in it. And then you've got your power feed, your earth, really important to, that you get a good earth. That's really important, because if you don't get a really good earth, then you could have problems, you know, with it running, not performing properly, and all that sort of stuff. White signal wire, like I said, be tagged around there into there. There is a grey wire there. That's an accessory wire. So basically the grey wire is if you run you can get a key fob or a switch, so you can turn the Steinbauer on and off. My van, just for demonstration purposes, I've got a key fob, so I can turn the Steinbauer on and off, so put it back to stock power. Well, it wouldn't be stock power on mine because it's got different things on it, but, and then, you know, turn it back on again. That's just just a sample, really. You know, if you're showing it to somebody, a potential customer, and you want to take them in the van, I can turn it on and off just to show them what the difference is, really, you know, on a road test. But yeah, that's it. So without further ado, that just shows you what we got. Oh, the only other thing we've missed here, what is this one? So this is the, you know, on the map sensor, boost pressure sensor, whatever you want to call it. And then, yeah, so you just disconnect it from there. Obviously that was the original one there, look. So that now becomes into the link from the Steinbauer loom, and then the Steinbauer one goes onto the boost pressure sensor. That's it. And then we need to test it already, because there's a sequence of what the LED should be doing when you fire it up, you know, on partial throttle, full throttle, idle, and all that sort of stuff. So we set all that up. Obviously we go in and, you know, check, make sure there's no engine codes, and clear all that down before we do that. And that's it, really. So yeah, all good. And then obviously, like I said, your Steinbauer connects to that, doesn't it? All Velcroed on. So yeah, I've got some work to do here. So yeah, catch up in a bit. Right, back at the front of the Transit, guys and girls. Now, I've had to fast forward a bit on this one. I know I say that quite a bit, but it is true. I was here by myself last night finishing this one off. So as you can see, just have a look under the bonnet there a little lower. So Steinbauer power module up is all on. Like I said, it's blank on the top. Normally that would be embossed with Steinbauer, but we have our own boxes, so we can put our own you know, sticker on the top of it, which will be done later. I haven't got any at the moment. We'll do soon from Mr. Sticker. That'll be on before the customer takes the van. But like I say, it's all built back up. All the there's not a lot to see. You know, I always say that it's a bit boring. There's nothing much to see there. It's just putting the sound deadening cover back on. I showed you all the injectors, how they connect up and all that sort of stuff. So airbox is back on. All the pipe work's back on. Gone into diagnostics. All the codes. Some codes will appear when you disconnect things like the map sensor and that. All cleared down. Everything's all reset. Service is done. Oil life reset. check the Steinbauer. Like I said before, when you take I can't take it off now, but the lid at the back, and then you've got a red and a yellow LED in on the underside of it, on the control bit. And then you're just watching to see what that does. You know, see it's a steady red light on power, and then as you pick up the throttle, the red LED will start flashing in sequence and synchronization with whatever revs and throttle position that you're on. So that's how you test it. That's all good. I've got to go up the road and make sure it's all good. And that's it really. So yeah, nice short one. So we'll end it there. So it's just basically just on the Steinbauer. So any of you guys and girls that have got a Transit, doesn't have to be, like I said before, it doesn't have to be a 2 litre Euro 6. It could be the 2.2, but give us a call. Steinbauer power module, fantastic. I've tested it for like 10,000 miles, and all the testing has been done by Steinbauer anyway. So we are, you know, an authorised dealer, distributor for Steinbauer. So please get in contact if it's something which you're interested in. That's about it. Yeah, see, look, so we even get these blank boxes, which Steinbauer do for us, because normally you'd have a Steinbauer embossed on the top of that tuning box, but they do them blank for us, so then we can put, old Mr. Sticker Lot has created the nice little label for us, which is, well, it's powered by us through Steinbauer, I suppose, so it's all relevant. But yeah, so you get that little finishing touch as well. All right. Just thought I'd mention that while I'm under the bonnet. That's about it. So like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button, comments down below, and catch up very soon.